Hello, so I want to talk about something real quick. People cannot make the right decisions when they don't know the truth. I talked about yesterday how I was briefly listening to somebody. Well, she did a full live, but I was listening to her live, and she was talking about a binary code and talking about how she felt like Spirit was telling her to keep doing her videos because she is contributing to the coding in the ethers when you give the right information or close to the most accurate information, I'll say. You give close to the most accurate information, you actually are putting codes in the ethers. And so that made me say, this is why I fucking hate the ethers. I'm going to tell you why I don't like the ethers, because the ethers is nothing but war for me. It ain't like that for everybody else, so it's not for everybody else to hate. This is my experience and not everybody else's. But I can't really worry about somebody else's experience because I'm kind of dealing with this on my own, so I cannot worry about other people, But that's fine because you never know the reasons why people are doing things. Maybe certain people aren't chosen to deal with it, But and so that made me that made me realize why I freaking hate the ethers, because it's nothing. The coding in there is a big. I can tell it's a mess based on people. I can tell it's a mess. I feel like humanity and people in general, and even the doggone animals or whatever, are behaving in a way that's based on what's going on in them damn ethers, and there's some wicked shit going on in those ethers. Because somebody else is in control. You have the few, I'm going to call them entities, I don't know if it's a person, that's really running stuff, that's kind of controlling stuff. They want complete domination, and shit is fucked up. And that's why I hate it. That's why I hate it. And really, it's just, it's no truth right now. It's very little truth. For me, that's put out there in the ethers, is very little truth. That's why even on YouTube and certain platforms, they like to demonetize people who tell the truth. They like to take their pages down. They take down other people's pages too, but I feel like the engine, the machine pushes the people who are the messiest. The machine appears to push them. So that's what's mostly in the doggone ethers, and that's why I don't like the fucking ethers, because that's what's mostly getting pushed in the fucking ethers. The truth, you got very little truth in the ethers right now. Very little. And the reason you can tell is because people don't even want to hear you tell the truth. You can tell what's in the ethers to me by seeing how people are behaving. And folks don't want to hear the damn truth. They think you're crazy. To them, the truth is stranger than fiction. They think a lie is a truth. You can't even tell them, if you would have, like, some of the stuff I say on here and some of the stuff that other people say, you can't hardly say that to too many other people. You can maybe find one person somewhere in Nova Scotia. And I'm being funny because that's just how few in number of people you can freaking talk to. That to me, that tells you what the fuck is going on in the ethers. And I don't know a whole lot about it, but that's what I'm learning right now. And it's a bunch of war, and it's a bunch of chaos, and it's a bunch of turmoil, it's a bunch of fighting. You got people who are targeted. So those who are targeted are going to hate the ethers a little bit more than people who are not targeted. Because those who are targeted are constantly at war. They're constantly at war. And I don't know what causes you to be targeted, because honestly, it's people of all different ethnicities that's targeted. So I don't know what Max Spears was targeted. Okay? He was a Caucasian male. He was targeted. So it might depend on who you are, how you identify to them. Okay? But anyway, so I'm not a big fan of the ethers because of the stuff that goes on. It's so freaking diabolical to me. The stuff that goes on. Literally every day your life is on the line if you're not smart. Every single day. If you don't know how to win this fucking war. And some people just live comfortably and don't have to worry about that. And then if you try to tell certain people, they don't get what you're saying. They think you need therapy. So here's the point I'm making before I get out, because I'm about to get out. You at a point where you can't give people the truth. Even with COVID-19, when with so much doggone proof in people's face, 2020, listen, it was documentaries that was going around in 2020, 2021 that had millions of views. It's no excuse. People chose to go alone to get along. And do you know, to this day, I can tell somebody, and I don't care who had the vaccine and who didn't. Honestly, it don't even matter. But I could tell somebody that I have not had the COVID-19 vaccine. And people are like, what? What? You haven't had the vaccine? What? Now that's over in California. Okay? Now maybe in Tennessee it might not be like that. But in California it is. But even I have family in Alabama that decided to get those vaccines too. And I don't care about that, but it's just like you're the outcast for not getting it. So I don't think humanity is capable of deciding this stuff anymore, deciding what's best. And honestly, I feel like, I said this before, I feel like the Great Mother is going to take over. And she's no respecter of person, so I got to get in alignment myself. She's no respecter of person. If you're just not in alignment, you're not in alignment. It don't matter, you know. And I think you need to be in alignment with the truth, honestly. I think what you need to be in alignment with is the truth. Because right now, humanity is fed a bunch of lies. And if they're not in alignment, it doesn't matter what potential they have to be a decent person. It don't matter. I don't care even if you're a brown woman. It don't matter. You gotta be in alignment. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're a lady. It don't matter if you're a man. It don't matter if you're a brown lady. It don't matter if you're a brown man. If you're not in alignment, you're gonna get cut off. You're going to get cut off. And right now in the ethers, it's a lot of misinformation and a lot of people. But you see what people gravitate towards too. They gravitate towards more lies. Because when you try to give them the truth, they don't a lot of times they don't want to hear you. And then you look at people, they defend people who do things against victims. A lot of times now a lot of people want to blame the victims and defend the ones who's the criminal or whatever. Okay? You're getting that a lot now. So this is what's in the ethers. This is humanity. Okay? And it's coming a time, if they're not in the right alignment, it don't matter what they want. It doesn't matter what they say they want out their mouth, because their actions are bigger than what they're saying out their mouth. Their actions are showing something different. You know? But I gotta go. I just wanted to say that briefly, and I'll talk later.